Well, John, you're still huffing and blowing with feelings, emotion, I would think, because I know exactly how I felt. I never felt like this in football in my life.
Yeah.
To watch that game today, knowing what I had to do, I don't know, it was just so...
Have we got a defibrillator?
Well, I tell you what, at times I could have done them, even previous games, not just today, but I'm just so delighted for the club, for yourself, for the boys, and they showed tremendous passion today. First half, I thought they were brilliant. Second half, I think kind of expected a wee bit the way it went. I think once we lost Greg, we didn't have that outlet where we were going to batter. Nothing against any of the other guys. Morel did work so hard, but we lost Greg. We didn't have the boy to challenge or run the channels, and I think the game went the way I thought it would go. We go a wee bit back.
Go back at it.
Anyway, let's have a wee bit feeling for you. I've said
that's exactly right. You know, what we did in the training ground this week revolved around Greg. You know, and trying to hit him early and obviously get him in the game and get support players to him. We feel we've got good energy in the middle of the park and we tried to do that. And I think we did okay first half, no better than that, but we did manage to get the goals ahead and we were in a great position at half time. But it's this thing in football, people understand that 2 goals is one of the funny leads, and if you get the third goal, it's great. You don't, and the opposition becomes nervous, and particularly in the position that we were in. You could see that there was, a real weight on the players today in the second half, and we were going backwards. And as much as I was on the sideline trying to drag them forward and trying to get players to get them forward, or even make sure that we kept the possession of the ball to try and build going forward, we couldn't do it. And you're playing against an Edinburgh City team today who had a freedom about them because there was nothing at stake for them. Even the centre backs were up and running up the pitch and putting balls in the box, and there was all sorts of things going on there. And tactically, you've got to look at that and say, okay, come and analyse it, could we have done better? Personnel wise, it certainly hurt us when Greg went off, there's no two ways about that.
Definitely.
We created a chance with Mike McKenna going through and the goalie didn't take it, and then obviously Verlac comes on and does great through a Darren Lavery pass. But it was, I don't know, as hard as I've seen it in a game of football, to take, we almost threw it away. We're learning new ways how to lose when we've been winning, and I think going on, the sort of past history or this season's history, probably everybody in the crowd knew it wasn't going to finish with us having a clean sheet, so at some stage we were going to have to score goals today. Thankfully we got enough, and we crept over the line. It's great to send people home, a smile on their face, because we haven't done that enough. It's been really, really tough for everybody here this season.
A lot of people here today, John, because of the situation it was, wanting us to go on, and obviously...
600 odd people here today supporting the team, it's great, and I wish we could get that in every week, but I realise that we have to put a product in the park that brings him back, and this season that's not been there, so we have to hold our hands up as a club or as a manager and say that my team hasn't done enough to bring people through the gate. So we've got to go away now, take 2 or 3 days and try and unwind and then have a look and see what mistakes were made, what mistakes I've made, because I've made plenty over the course of the season, and I've got to analyse my performance. And then look at the playing staff and see where we're going with that, and keep the ones that we want to keep that we think can mount a challenge next year, because nobody wants to go through that again. The last few weeks have been,
hell.
Hell, let's put it
absolute
that way.
Hell, John.
It's been hard work, let's put it that way. And there's an expectancy and there's a pressure, obviously, you're the manager of a club in a town this size, then there's pressure on you to try and make sure you get a winning team in the park. We managed it today, but we haven't done enough of that. So, as I say, there has to be a bit of honest assessment now going on, and we have to make sure that we try and build and do better. There is absolutely no other way we can go about it. We have got to push on next season and try and make sure that we get off to a better start and we maintain that. That's going to be down to player recruitment. I don't think there's any doubt about that. How much we can afford to spend on that is going to be vital. But that's the way it is all the time at Berwick. It's always been that way. It's never easy.
Well, obviously we never ever want to be in a situation like we've been in the last 2 or 3 months, probably, to be honest with you, John, and there's 1 or 2 people earlier on said, we're 12 points clear of Clough-Beath, but I never ever thought that. I thought it might go to the last game, which it has today. You never
come mortgage when they go into the last game. I said, well, we were 9 points ahead, and I was standing in front of the players saying, do you really want it to go to this stage? Well, unfortunately, it was falling on deaf ears, because it did go to this stage, and we've had to pull ourselves out of a hole. But we got there. I think I'm negative at this minute in time, but we need to find some positives from it. And I said to them last week, we can't go any further down. This has to be the launch pad. We drew last week, we won today. Hopefully we take that in the new season.
The positive is we're not in that bottom spot, John. For me, that is because obviously I've never been as emotional at a game as what I've been today, and for me, that relief, which I haven't slept for nights and months and weeks, that relief now for me is gone. And like you say, we need to move on next season and never So hopefully not be in the
that's it.
same position in the new one.
A little bit of unity around the place as well would help, you know, and
Oh,
I think
yeah.
that's something that the club really needs to come together and pull together, because we need every resource from every corner of the club to
I know
make sure we
that.
get
I
it.
know exactly where you're coming from with that, Jan. Everybody needs to pull in the same direction. We're a small club,
Yeah.
County Rangers are a small club, and we need to pull together. If we're a bit disjointed, not pulled together, things might end up how the,
Oh, we're back here again.
exactly.
As much as the manager gets
So I
involved,
fully
it's-
understand. I do understand where you're coming from. Congratulations! I'm over the moon for you, John, and all the lads. I think they've done a first half was tremendous, and we've got the result we needed in the end. Thanks very much,
Thank you.
John.
Thanks very much. Cheers. Thanks, Eric.